You may not want to hear this, but I do have something that you need to be aware of. It is right there in writing. We have less than 60 days to find out how far this president is willing to push his powers. That's because while a lot of people are talking about martial law, not many people notice that the president already signed something, an executive order, demanding that the secretaries of the Department of Homeland Security and Department of Defense issue him a report as to whether or not to implement the Insurrection Act. The Insurrection Act allows the president to deploy the military and National Guard to suppress civil disorder. And as part of an executive order on immigration, the president demanded that they produce a report as to whether or not they should. Now, the Insurrection Act has been used some 30 times in the United States, and the fact that it has been used will likely be used as an example of why it is okay for this president to implement the Insurrection Act. But never before has the Insurrection Act been used by a president so willing to test the boundaries of the Constitution, and at a time when there is so little standing in his way. At the same time, the president also fired the top uniformed officer and removed many of the people in the military in charge of interpreting if orders are legal. Many people have constructed elaborate theories about what this president could do, but they're ignoring the things that are already right there in writing. And the president not only could, but is asking the military to tell him if he should implement the Insurrection Act. And the president legally wouldn't even have to label it an insurrection. He would just have to say that it is impracticable to enforce the laws of the United States. And what he does with that power is not only untested, but dangerous. And this happens all at the same time that the president has let loose the world's richest man to have access to almost all of the data that the government has about you. But one thing to watch out for. Before the president invokes the Insurrection Act, he must proclaim his intentions to do so, and he must order the bad guys to disperse. If such a proclamation happens, you likely know that the Insurrection Act is on the way. If you're not sure what to do and you'd like to join a community to resist this authoritarianism, please consider subscribing to my activism page, where we discuss productive ways to resist this, to build your community, and to do better. Stay safe, stay strong, and stay vigilant.